Hello there, people. Today is my Raw review for April 20th, 2015. That was an okay episode. Not a great go home show. I really wouldn't say really didn't get me that hype for Extreme Rules. But tomorrow I will be doing my predictions for Extreme Rules, so I'll do that tomorrow. But back so the show starts off with Randy Orton and pretty much talking that so he doesn't care that the RKO is banned, that he gives him a chance to pretty much beat down Rollins slowly, and then Rollins comes out with J&J, and then pretty much Rollins is saying that Orton has an anger problem. Orton says he knows, and then pretty much he's pretty much saying Orton's not walking out Extreme Rules as champion. And then Orton says he's gonna RKO everybody because he wants to get all the RKOs out of the system since the RKO is banned Sunday. So he says he's gonna RKO everyone that gets in his way. So then I think our first match is Ambrose versus Harper. This match didn't last long. They brawled into the crowd, and then Harper slammed Ambrose in the LED board. Then Harper kind of tosses Ambrose off the stage, but Ambrose and then kind of runs off. So it's announced. Well, it's later. It's announced later, but I'm just gonna say it now. It's now Ambrose versus Harper in a Chicago street fight. So I'll talk about that more tomorrow. So yeah. So and then Ambrose is just standing tall. So basically, that's how the segment ends. Then J&J and Rollins are backstage, and then primetime players are just scaring. What was Titus O'Neil making noises and at J&J? Like, I guess surprising was Rollins is on edge because he thinks Orton's coming after him. And then PTP walk off, and then Rollins threatens at a crew member because I guess he was laughing at him. And then he talks to Triple H, and he says that Kane is having problems. I forgot what he was saying, that him and Kane are having issues, and Triple H is still deal with it outside in the ring. And then Rollins tries to get more security, but Triple H says Orton's just one guy. So then we have Lucha Dragons versus the New Day. It's an okay match. Kalisto's really good in the ring, I gotta say. And I guess New Day are officially heels now. They feel like heels now. Like, they're being more heelish. Like, the way they even won. It was Kofi and Big E. And I think Sin Cara was about to go in the ring, and Xavier Woods fucking grabbed Sin Cara's leg to prevent him from going back in the ring, and they got counted out. So it'll be New Day and Cesaro and Kid, which is weird. I thought the Lucha Dragons were gonna win because I thought the face team was gonna win. That's why. But I guess they're gonna just go with New Day. They're not winning the titles. I'll get to that tomorrow. But after they're all celebrating, and then Randy Orton runs into the ring, and RKO, he throws out Big E, and then RKO's Kofi with like a really cool looking catapult RKO, like he throws Kofi up and then slams him with an RKO. There were some cool RKOs tonight. So yeah, and then he RKO's Xavier Woods, and then he RKO's Woods first, then Kofi, and then he scares Big E off. He was like, "Big E are gonna come in," and I guess Big E just kind of just backs off. So then we have Fandango. Oh god. Fandango versus Curtis Axel. This match was short. Fandango wins. Who cares? And then Triple H comes out. He talks about Rollins, and then he announces the Tough Enough, in that he says 10 men and 5 women will be picked for the spot of Tough Enough. Okay, here's my thing. And Tough Enough's gonna be on USA. I thought it was gonna be on the network. Here's my thing. It's just they did Tough Enough a few years ago. It was like in 2011. I remember they brought Tough Enough back, and then some guy named Big Andy won, and he was released that same day, so I don't see the point of doing Tough Enough again. I personally don't. I mean, I just feel like you're gonna do the same thing. Like it was all a waste. I don't see the. I had to check the camera. I just don't see the point. But whatever. So, and then he talks about that for a little bit. Yeah. So Triple H wasn't really playing a heel tonight. I felt like there was a lot of weirdness. Like Triple H wasn't really playing a heel. He was kind of a tweener. You know, he wasn't really playing heel tonight. And then Kane comes out, and Kane demands respect. And then he says he's about to give his 2-week notice, and then Seth Rollins comes out. Rollins tells Quint, says let Kane quit, and they argue. They just kind of go back and forth, and Triple H announces that Kane will be the gatekeeper on Sunday for the steel cage match for Orton and Rollins. So he'll pretty much be the one who lets in people. He'll be the one to be in charge of like who goes in and goes out, basically. And Rollins is mad and he shakes Kane's hand and walks off. So I guess Kane's gonna turn face. I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen. I think This is what I think's gonna happen. I think Kane's gonna turn on the Authority and then like they beat him down or something, and then Kane will come back as a monster. That'd be cool. Kane and Rollins are still bickering backstage, and then Triple H says that Kane has corporate responsibilities, that he's not the big red monster anymore, and that he's not the fire and brimstone elf. And then Kane says he still is, and then walks off. And then Triple H makes a match between Rollins and Ziggler, and that he tells Rollins he needs to prove himself. I like Seth Rollins, but I really wish they would start making him more credible champion, because it just seems like all he does is run away. It's like, come on. I understand he's a heel, but come on. I need security. Are you serious? And you're supposed to be the WWE champion? I'm just saying. Now we have Naomi and Brie Bella. Okay. It wasn't a bad match. It's just, are the Bellas face now? Like, I don't even know. I think Naomi's a heel, and I think that's where they're going. They need to change their theme song. They can't be doing that Funk is on a Roll song anymore. I can't take her seriously as a heel if they really want me to take her seriously as a upcoming heel, then they gotta give her some new music, please. Something that sounds more, I wouldn't say hard, but just something, that is a more heelish song, because Somebody Call My Mama is not a heel song. And then are the Bellas face? Because, Nikki was kind of acting like a face, It looks like it'll be Naomi and Nikki at Extreme Rules instead of Paige, because Paige is out. Paige is filming a movie. That's why that's why Paige was written off last week. So she'll probably be back at some point. But Naomi, it was a pretty good match though. I actually got a commercial break, so rarely do Divas matches get commercial breaks, but Naomi wins with the rear view. I really wish they would change her finisher. I'm not liking it. Especially, that too. If she's going to be a heel, give her a different move. It just looks weird. I'm going to throw my butt at your face. It's just not come on, give her a better finisher. There's just, I don't know, just give her. What happened to that, one move she did on Cameron in that one match that I just remembered? Then Heath Slater's backstage talking to Rowan and says he's going to challenge Cena. Then Rowan walks off, and then Slater gets RKO'd on the table. And Orton just eats a piece of chip, and then he, counts how many times he's RKO'd people. It was cool. I was actually kind of enjoying Orton. I think it's one of my favorite things of the night, was just Orton RKOing everyone. That was kind of cool. And he just kind of comes out of nowhere. And then Roman Reigns comes out through the crowd. Roman Reigns, lately, he's been getting a lot more cheers. I feel like after WrestleMania, he's not really getting booed all that much anymore. And I think that's a good thing. Yeah, he was getting pretty good pops tonight. I mean, when he did the, Bo Dallas comes out, talks shit, basically. I did like Bo Dallas saying, quoting Yoda, and he was like in the Greatest Stars movie ever, episode 1, just to piss people off, but, and then talks shit to Roman Reigns, and then Reigns punches him, does the Superman punch, then spears him, but when he did the howl, the crowd actually did it with him, so it's kind of nice seeing Reigns getting decent cheers, but also depending on, well, they were in New York, so, you know. Yeah, because he called out Big Show, but Bo Dallas comes out. Then we have Sheamus versus Zack Ryder. This wasn't a match, really. Sheamus was... I'm liking Sheamus as a heel. Just the thing is, I just want him to stop saying fella. I can't take him seriously with that. When he comes on and says fella, it's just lame. Like, can we not do the fella bullshit anymore, please? It's just... He doesn't need to do it. But I'm liking this gimmick. Like, he's basically saying, oh, these small guys aren't good. You know, basically. And that we're the real men. Kind of what they did with Batista last year when they turned him heel. They turned him heel. They're kind of doing the same thing. Like, where have the real men gone? Everyone's small. And then he just beats down Zack Ryder, like, bro kicks. What else did he do? He tosses Ryder out the ring. Knee strikes. And then I think he hits a bro kick on the outside. And then he throws Ryder back in. And then he was going to go for the bro kick again. But Ziggler comes out, makes the save, and then zigzags Sheamus. And, yeah, so. I'm not liking the stipulation, but I'll get more into that tomorrow. Kiss my arse match. It's stupid. They could have just done like an Extreme Rules match. I'm not against them wrestling. It's just, why did you pick that stipulation? You couldn't have picked something else, you know? Whatever. Then Cena comes out. He cuts a promo on Rusev about their Russian chain match Sunday. I don't get why they're still doing the whole open challenge now, knowing that Cena's gonna win, because he's gonna be fighting Rusev Sunday. I understood before they even addressed Rusev. That made sense. But why do it now when everyone knows Cena's gonna face Rusev? But I mean, and he calls out someone to come out and fight him, and it was Kane. And this was actually a pretty decent match. Kane proved himself; he can still go, but Kane hits a choke slam, Cena kicks out, and then Cena hits an attitude adjustment for the win. So yeah, it wasn't that long of a match. Rollins is backstage. Oh, yeah, Rollins and J&J were watching the match, and they laugh when Kane loses. Kane's backstage. Renee Young. Oh wait, now I'm getting all mixed up here. Renee Young interviews The Miz. Miz talking about his Marine 4, and then his match he's going to have with Sandow tonight, which was whoever wins gets to keep the Miz brand, which I'm actually happy the way this ended, because now we don't have to do the Mizdow bullshit anymore. But, then she says that Byron Saxton's interviewing Cena. That was kind of weird. And Byron Saxton interviewing Cena. Cena says... He talks about his match with Kane, and then Rusev comes and attacks him with the chain, and then locks the chain on Cena's... It was more his nose area. He was kind of doing the accolade, but with the chain. That was kind of cool. Yeah. So no Lana tonight. I heard she was filming a movie, too. Yeah. Then we have Miz versus Mizdow, who came out with Summer Rae, but Summer Rae turned on him. This wasn't that long a match. I kind of had a feeling Summer Rae was going to turn, but, like, now... But the thing is with the Divas, all the Divas are heel now. Besides Paige, yeah, there's no face Divas besides Paige. I mean, I thought maybe they were going to turn Summer Rae face, which I wasn't against, but I guess they decided, no, we're going to turn her heel again. She raked his eyes, and then, Miz hits a skull-crushing finale for the win. Then Miz says... He was going to say his old line, I'm awesome, and then Orton RKO's him, so that was kind of cool. And then Bray Wyatt cuts another promo about who he's going to, pretty much talking to the person he's going to have a feud with. Rumor is, I read somewhere that Bray Wyatt, the person he's going to feud with is Randy Orton. I read somewhere that, like, It said that like Bray's gonna get involved in the cage match, but I'll talk about that more tomorrow because it's the Extreme Rules prediction. I kind of don't really want to get into that now. But Adam Rose versus Ryback. Match is short. Ryback hits a shell shock on Adam Rose, and then he attacks two Rosebuds and does a double shell shock. So, yeah. Renee Young interviews Kane, and I guess Rollins, the Authority, was kind of talking shit about him on social media. He storms in the office. Rollins apologizes, and he says his match with Ziggler will be for Kane. Then we have Ziggler versus Rollins. It was an actually pretty good match. But yeah, the curb stomp is banned. So he has like a new finisher. Which is stupid. I don't get why they banned the curb stomp. It's not like it. I don't think I heard anything about it hurting anyone. I don't know if it's just because they don't want people mimicking it, because it is a dangerous move if you do it in real life, but come on, man, that's stupid. That was in my opinion, that was my favorite finisher. Besides the RKO, it was like up there with like one of my favorite finishers currently. Like, this shit's badass. And I guess he has like a new DDT facebuster finisher now, because he can't do the curb stomp anymore. Because Sheamus distracts Ziggler. And then Rollins wins the match. Triple H comes out and says that he pretty much praises Rollins. And then he says he's going to beat Orton Sunday. And then Kane comes out. Oh, he says Kane as a gatekeeper is obsolete and useless. And then Kane comes out. I guess he's about to, like, try to attack Rollins. Rollins wants the cage lowered. But Orton sneaks in. Rollins tries to leave. But I guess Rollins, while he's on the rope, Orton trips him and catches him with an RKO. So yeah, there's some pretty cool RKOs, and Orton just celebrates with a title. Raw was okay tonight. It wasn't a great go-home show. I mean, I felt like this pay-per-view was very rushed. I think they needed at least another week. You know, I would have put off maybe next Sunday. Yeah, I really think they needed Extreme Rules to give it an extra week. I think it's just because I feel like it was a rushed show. Like, I didn't feel like Extreme Rules didn't have a lot of build-up. That's just my thing. But I'll talk about that more tomorrow. But yeah, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow for my predictions. Until then, guys, I'm signing off.